we're going to talk about, remember we were talking about distributions and their shapes. These are the shapes, the four. Okay. There's four, we have the normal, which is also called the bell-shaped curve, where the positive skew, negative skew, and bimodal. Here on the left quadrant here, notice we have what's called a normal curve or bell-shaped curve. For example, I'm using the example of body temperature. The average body temperature for most individuals is 98.6. That's what they consider the average. So, based on that most individuals would have a 98.6 degree body temperature, which just shows that most of the scores, if you draw like the middle from going up, the average point, most of the scores occur here. Again, my lines aren't perfect. I'm hand drawing it on like computer programs and stuff. But that'd be the approximate middle, like around there, around here, and that's where most of the scores occur. There's few with high temperature, few with low temperature, normal bell curve. Okay, the next one we have is a positive skew, and again I'm staying with the theme of body temperature. In this particular situation, there's a lot of participants that have a low body temperature. What's going on here? Maybe hypothermia, low body temperature? Okay, not that we don't want that on anybody. But so most of the scores are occurring there on the left-hand side of distribution. On the table here, you notice most of them are on the left. There's not many on the average. There's a longer tail on the right, where the high temperature is. Most of the people are having a low body temperature, and which has a lot, again, a long tail to the right, and it has a higher amount of scores on the left. This one is a negative skew. Let's say flu season's going on, there's a lot of people with a temperature, a fever. There's a lot of people that have the flu. So this basically would mean a lot of the scores would be on high temperature end for the negative skew, which has the long tail to the left, opposed to this one that has the long tail to the right. So again here, for the negative skew, higher amount of scores to the right, which in this case we're using body temperature, so there's a higher group of individuals, participants that have a high temperature, not that many that, very few with average and low body temp. This would be a bimodal distribution. Again, we're staying with the theme of temperature. We have a group that's here towards the low with temperature and towards the high temperature. So this basically, we have two high points on it, where these have single high points. This one has two high points. Think it's bimodal. Okay, there's two high points, which basically, which of the two high points you'd wonder is the average to compute. Which one is? So this is basically a quick explanation as far as the four distributions being normal, or bell-shaped curve, positive skew, negative skew, and bimodal distribution.